John Reddy here with Reddy Guide Service. Have a little bit of a guide tip for you regarding live bait and bait handling as we get into summer. And I'm also going to talk a little bit how to keep your bait alive in the summer once the lake temps are considerably higher than the bait tank at the bait shop. This time of year I just use a simple 5-gallon bucket for my bait. I got a rigged lid here. I drilled 2 holes so I can have a double aerator tube going in, especially once we get into the warmer months. You know, you want to keep air on your bait, and I got a air stone in there. I got a few medium suckers in here right now that we are going to use today. I'm going to stop at the bait shop and get some more. So I've had this water sitting out overnight, and I'll show you the difference in color, you know, on these fish at the bait shop versus what's in my pail. As you can see here, the bait that sat overnight is a paler color. The bait from the bait shop is a little darker color. That shows the fish are very healthy and lively. So I have a real simple setup, you know, to aerate my bait. I got a aquarium pump. Could save a little bit of money buying an aquarium pump versus a bait pump or a Frabill pump. You know, these are about $4 or $5 at Walmart. And then a power inverter. This has a cigarette cord adapter on it. You can plug this into, I have a receptacle here in my truck that I'll plug this in the back. Another trick is I'll use a big pig or calf feeder dish. It's a rubber dish. It's real pliable, but that'll catch all your water that spills. You know, I got a Suburban, so I don't have a pickup truck. So if I get that bait water back here, you'll know it after some time. So one important thing to keep in mind is, you know, the bait tank at the tackle shop is going to be in the 50s. It's probably going to be in the mid 50s for water temp. And like right now in May here, the lake temp today was 58 degrees, maybe 61 by the time we got done here, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So this time of year, the water temps between the lake and the bait shop are pretty close. So there's not a real big issue keeping bait alive and kicking, but keeping air on them, fresh water, is these fish will pee up the water and ammonia will start to build up. That'll suffocate them over time. So as you get in the summer and the lake temps go up in the 70s, you know, pushing 80, that's about a 25 to a 30 degree difference between the bait water you're going to get at the bait shop and what's at the lake. So in the summer, what I'll do to maintain a cooler water temp for the bait is I'll use an old cooler, and I'll drill holes for my air lines, and that water will stay a little bit cooler. Feed ice over time while you're out on the water, but that's real important to not shock the bait. So the best thing you can do is get your bait at the bait shop, leave it in the pail, you know, see if they'll give you 2/3, 3/4 of a pail full of water, get air on it, and slowly let that water warm up. Don't dump it into your live well in the boat and then start pumping lake water in. You could shock the hell out of the bait and they'll die. So take the time to acclimate your bait to a little warmer water, and if you keep air on them, they'll be good for quite a while. Well, I'm hitting the road back to Arizona, and I'll be back in June. I'm going to be missing some great fishing here in the next few weeks. We had a great weekend catching a mix of largemouth bass and northern pike. A little early for the panfish, but we got into some big game fish.
Beautiful. The lunker.
Can I kiss him?
Sure. Good luck.